Hello, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to take a look at a tool that is not available in North America. It's the Bosch GO3. That is a powered screwdriver. Since we've been taking a look at various powered screwdrivers, I thought we'd take a look at one that isn't commonly available. Okay, so let's get this thing opened up here. Comes with a nice carrying case in the box. Comes with some instructions. I don't know that we'll need them. It's interesting, there is a bit in the handle. I think that's supposed to be here, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure why there's a bit in the handle. And here is our tool. It's actually just the tool in the case. This actually has a decent amount of weight to it. It's pretty interesting. I see it has some sort of clutch on it. Cool. Okay, so this thing's pretty nice. It actually has a good feel to it. It's a little bit more bulky than some of the other ones that we looked at, but it's pretty decent. Now, here's the direction changer right here. It's one direction. It's the other direction, and it sounds like it goes different speeds in different directions. They do have some sort of a clutch on it. I'm going to turn it all the way to max. They have different screws here, sizes. The back here is rubber, and the button is triggerized, and all you gotta do is push the power button and it runs. It is USB-C. There's your USB-C outlet. So I think everything is pretty much pictograms. Here they show pushing the power button for it to work, sliding the reverse lever to go forward and reverse, and then chucking up bits. Looks like maybe the light in the front has something to do with it charging. You saw that flashed on and off there, so it may be telling me it needs a charge. So before we get too far into anything else, let's get this thing on charge. Now, it does not appear as though it came, it says it came with a cable, but I do not see a cable. Let's see if this lifts out. Sure does. There's our cable. So here's a USB-C cable with the Bosch branding on it. Doesn't seem to be anything spectacular, but it's a USB-C cable all the same. And to charge it up, we're going to put our charging rig. Okay, so there you go. You can see the LED has like a heartbeat on it. That's what they call that a lot of times. So we're just going to let this thing sit and charge until it's fully charged. If we're watching here, we can see the current climb, about 1.2 amps. So we'll let this thing charge and give it a fair shot. And after it's good and charged, we'll get out our Veeder root tachometer, our torque meter that we are using on all of these, and we'll see how it weighs with our scale. Interesting side note, I don't really have any Bosch stuff. I don't have anything against Bosch, I just don't really have a whole lot of their stuff. Interestingly, the only other Bosch tool I really have is another tool that's not available in North America. So, kind of interesting. If you're interested in a video on this mini saw, there's plenty of stuff out there. Yeah, leave me a comment in the comments below. I might be willing to do a video on it. Okay, and we are back. So, on the Bosch, we're fully charged, not taking any current, and when this tool is fully charged, the light stays on consistent. If you recall, while it was charging, we had a heartbeat. The light was doing this. Now that it's charged, it's consistent. We have it in reverse. The tool does not do anything while it's still plugged into the charger. We unplug it from the charger, and she runs. So let's get our cord off and get our charger out of the way. And we're going to do some testing on this thing. So first thing that we'd like to take a look at is what kind of RPMs is the tool turning at. So to figure out what RPMs this thing's running at, we're going to launch the tool across the table. Ah, I see. So I just discovered that this tool runs when you push in on the handle. So you may want to be careful of that while you are putting bits in. That's okay. So I know there's some others that do this. I think DeWalt has a tool that does this, and I guess it might help when you are trying to remove a fastener. You can push in on it. The only thing that I could say that I don't know if I like about it is if you're trying to get yourself set up and this thing is just ready to go. Now I wonder, okay, so it's not, if I take the tool from my locked position and I compress it, the light will come on. If I turn it to run and push the button, it won't work. So I was wondering if you could compress it and then choose to turn it on. It does not appear to be the thing. So I don't know if I like that. I guess I'd have to have some time using it to figure out how I feel about that. So anyway, back to RPM testing. We have our Veeder-Root tachometer and our standard 7/8 socket that we've been using to test all of these. So we have a consistent reading, but let's see here what we get. I guess I ought to put it in gear first. So here is Titan RPM. So I'd say we're right around 326 RPM tightening. Let's go to reverse. .310 or so reverse. If you notice, the pitch of the tool changed and it sped up a little bit for while we were running. So I thought that was interesting. I left it go a little bit to see where we got to. Let's check the torque on this thing. So we'll take this off. And what we've been using to check torque on all of these tools is a inch-pound measuring tool. And this tool will record the highest torque that it sees and tell us where the stall was. So forward first, here we go. Okay, 24. I don't know if I had it quite right. Let's do it again. 23. 20. 23. Let's go to reverse. 17. 17. 18. So this is right in line with the level of torque we were seeing from this Denali. You can see the Denali is a little bit smaller, but tightening wise, let's go back to Titan. We're higher than the Denali. Now let's just see if this is an electronic clutch. No, it is a mechanical clutch. Yeah, that's a mechanical clutch on this. So max clutch is around 11. So we're seeing some similar things here. I believe the Denali was 8, 10, and 15 with its 3 settings. Here we're getting something through 11 with its maximum torque settings on the clutch. And tightening, we could see in the 20s with this Bosch. So I think for the USB screwdrivers, I think the Bosch here is going to take the cake. Let's just do that one more time on tightening. So we're in the 20s there on this Bosch. Now, what's it weigh? That would be a valid question. $321.8 grams. That is even heavier than the Denali, which was our next heaviest, which is 286. So this thing does have some weight. It is longer. Here's our 6-inch scale. You can see we're getting near 7 inches long. This is pretty cylindrical as well, with about 1 5/8 OD towards the front, and somewhere akin to 1 5/8 in the rear. So it's pretty cylindrical when you look at the tool. This does have a locking collet on it, and it's fairly tight. If you recall, when we looked at the tone, though this is much smaller, this tool has a pretty sloppy collet. So the Bosch is nice and tight. Here is the tip that comes with the Bosch. And it's, I mean, what you would expect from somebody like Bosch. It's pretty nice. It's a Phillips 1 and Phillips 2 together. I don't see any issues there at all. Seems like a pretty nice tip, and it goes into the carrying case right there in the handle. So that's pretty nice. The tool fits in its case very nicely. Closes up, and you have your Bosch case. But there we go. Do you have one of these Bosch drivers? Do you like it? I know it's not commonly available in the North American market, so I'm kind of curious there. I'm looking for ideas for practical tests. So far we have drywall screws into plywood as a test. There's some other things that we could do just for what you would actually use these things for and see if they'll do it. I don't want to go overboard with crazy things like fastening large nuts and stuff like that. I want to do what you actually use these things for. So if you have some ideas that are easy to do and we can repeat with each one of the tools and see if they do it, something practical, let me know in the comments below, and maybe we'll include them in a future test on all of these powered screwdrivers that we're playing around with. And you can see then, is this something that I want for me, or maybe there's another product that better fits your use. Not everything is more power, more better. Sometimes a smaller tool that is more conveniently sized and perhaps more ergonomic might be the better choice. So let me know in the comments below what you think. I'd like to know. If you have this, how's it worked for you? Have you had any issues? What do you think of the push in the button and have it work feature? Has it been annoying to you, or has it been very helpful? What do you think of the light on the tool? Do you feel like it's a good level of light for working, or does it seem trivial? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.